Hey everybody, this is MG Vids talking Disney's Bola. Out now, the latest in the soccer games under this craze for since the World Cup's going on. You've got two game modes you play through. You've got this, basically, I can take on another opponent, earn cash, or I can go into the different tournament leagues where I go through a tournament, advance, unlock the next level of difficulty tournament. In some ways, this is, I mean, the graphics are really great, but it is, going to be a watered down version of something like a FIFA. So a lot of tapping. So you see, I'm just swiping in the direction I want my player to run. I can tap on my other player to pass to him. I don't know why he's running backwards. Essentially, if you swipe in a direction, the arrow will show you where he's running to. Then you hold down on the goal to charge up. And he doesn't shoot. A couple of things you'll notice as you're playing through this game is if I want to get the ball back from, there's a charge. If I want to get the ball back from the opponent, I just go ahead and tap on him. So versus, it'll put a targeting ring around him, and one of my players will close the distance on him to try to get the ball back. You can see how quickly the time clock runs, right? So, I mean, maybe it's like 2 or 3 seconds per minute, if you want to calculate it out. Another thing that's interesting is that you don't have corner kicks, and this is why I'm saying it's a watered down version of something like if you really enjoy soccer games, you're probably going to want to go with a FIFA, because you don't have corner kicks. I'm not playing defense. In fact, you'll even if you're on your own end and you knock the ball out, you'll actually, somehow your goalie still ends up sending it back out. So that's just interesting because, and then good lord. Alright, half is done. So, I mean, at least you don't spend, 90 minutes playing through a long match. But it is frustrating at times where, you're swiping in the direction you want your player to run, and you'll see the arrow there, and then all of a sudden, he gets to the goal, he decides to turn around and start running the other direction. Or you'll have, like that, defender, one of your guys not grab the ball will come by and they'll kind of run away. So there still seems to be a little bit of, I don't know if you want to call them kinks or quirks in some of the game control here. So that's something that I'm sure will get fixed with future patches. But it is weird to knock the ball out on your own end and then you still end up with the ball. Another thing that's missing that would be really great to have in this type of game is, when you score, you don't get the, see how you just turn directions to run the other way? The ball's stolen too. When you score, you basically see your guys cheering by the goal, which is great, but one of the things that I think it's missing and is kind of awesome with these kind of games is the slow-mo, basically, replay. I mean, what a blast from like midfield. That's just ridiculous. So you'll see they'll run up here, you'll see dancing, but you don't get to see that shot in replay. And when you're shooting, really, you don't really have a lot of control on where you're angling in the goal. You're essentially just holding down. Now, as you play through, you begin to earn experience, and that's going to allow you to use your cash then to level up your players. See what? To level up your players and basically increase the overall strength of your team. So, right now I've gotten some of my players up to level 4, and then the rest are at level 3. But you see, let us wait forever, and now time runs out. So, failure in that match, but this is Disney's Bola out now. A watered down version of soccer. You do get to select your sponsor. I went with ESPN, and there's 4 different sponsors you can choose from. Each sponsor has slightly different daily rewards, so where ESPN has a lot more gold sooner, some of the other teams might have, or some of the other sponsors might have only cash all the way out. So MG Vids just with the initial look here at Disney's Bola. If you like soccer, this might be one you want to look into, but it is free for download right now, out today, and we'll see you soon in our next video. And if you haven't already, I'd encourage you to subscribe to the channel to get all the content that we'll bring to YouTube. See you soon in our next video. Thanks.